Heyo, good people. This is your host Niraj Gautam. You know something, I recently realized that I have not heard anyone really say my last name. Well, in America, of course. So it's Gautam. So I'm not really sure how is it pronounced with an accent. Well, with American accent, I guess, because my accent is already an accent in America. So if you are an American listener, say Gautam and send me my full name. Okay, so how it is supposed to be pronounced is Niraj Gautam. But let's see. Yeah, I'm curious. And there's a funny story. So one of my buddy actually used to say, "Bro, your last name sounds like Gotham, man." And I'm like, yeah. Anyway, welcome to my podcast, My Good Place. This is a show where I have guests and we discuss their thoughts on Afterlife and their unique good place. So if you're new to the show, yes, it is inspired by the show The Good Place. That is why it sounds so similar. Although if you haven't seen the show, it's alright. I mean, it's a good show if you want to see it, but you don't have to have seen the show to hear my show. There's too many shows, huh? Anyways, so I have another special guest for y'all today. But before I introduce my guest, I would like to thank you for all the love and support I have been receiving from you guys. I have got great feedback, great words of encouragement, and lots of love. So each episode I try to make it better than my last, And if you have any more feedback how I can make your experience better, just DM me on Instagram or Twitter at mygoodplacepod. Or if you want to send an email, just send a message at mygoodplace.pod@gmail.com. So now if you are listening on Spotify, just give it a follow so that you'll get notified as soon as I drop a new episode. And if you listen on a Google or Apple podcast, just subscribe. And if you want to help me out even more further, give it 5-star and write a review on Apple Podcasts. So it essentially helps other people to find my podcast, so it gets me more audience, if that makes sense. Yeah, so and on review, you can just write anything. Just tell me what your good place look like, or just give me some dope-ass food recipe, Oh yeah, another thing. If you are sensitive to adult language, if you don't like it and like the adult language, there is going to be adult language in this podcast, so just FYI, okay? And since I'm done with my shameless plug, I would like to introduce you all to my guest today, Mathew Adeniran. So this dude, okay, I'm gonna say his last name again. Mathew Adeniran. Mathew, I nailed it, right? I know you're listening. So this dude is an absolute joy to be around. So he got a heart pure as gold, but he doesn't like to show it. He says he's an asshole all the time, but we know low key he's a softy. So I know you're listening. Just admit it. Don't even try to deny it. And I've known this dude for over 4 years now. We started playing soccer together, then eventually we started our own team, and then we actually call ourselves Melting Pot. So shout out to everyone. If you are from Melting Pot, hey, I see you. And on the side note, for the listener who don't know me as a person and you haven't seen me, you hear this sexy voice and hear the soccer coming around, and if you're picturing like a bod of Jason Momoa, yep, that's exactly how I am. Alright, now with that information, let's go back to Mathew. Like I said, this dude is absolute delight, so you'll find out why. And quick plug, if you want to connect with Mathew on his Instagram handle, it is Mathew_real1. So Mathew is spelled with single T, so Mathew_real1, REALONE. And if you want to annoy him though, just DM him with 2 T's, so MATTHEW. He will lose his mind. Okay, so yeah, Mathew_real1, and let's all welcome Mathew. Hey Mathew.
Hey Niraj.
So, ladies and gentlemen, to my audience, Mathew is one of my soccer buddies, and yes, I play soccer. I'm damn good at it too.
He's not very good. He's not very good at it.
Yeah, whatever. So, Mathew. Mathew and I have known each other for about 4 years, right?
Yeah, 4 years.
And we've been playing soccer together. We hang out, we party, and we do a lot of stuff together. And so I will let Mathew tell something about himself. I will let Mathew introduce himself.
Yeah. I mean, what can I say? I mean, I'm just.
What do you like to do? Who are you? Where you from? Things like that.
Well, I was born in Nigeria. You know, I came here when I was, God, I don't know, maybe 20 years ago. So, you know.
That's Mathew's way to hide his age, by the way. If anybody.
Yeah, so you don't have to ask me about my age. I actually don't mind if people ask me about my age, but whatever. I'm still great. But yeah, you know, I was born in Nigeria. I came here, you know, when I was 13 years old. You can do the math on that. You know, like me and Niraj play soccer. Sometimes we go, you know, rock climbing together.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's always fun.
So, Mathew, how's Corona? How's quarantining going for you?
Quarantine is not so good. Well, I don't know. I can't really complain, so I still have a job. But you know, I'm kind of an outdoorsy person. I like being outside. Right now, I'm kind of missing out on a lot of good stuff. You know, but I still try to go out. I still try to bike. I still try to go to national like state parks and still try to be outside. But you know, Corona is not. I don't know. It's not a good thing. Kind of took away my social life. Stuff that I like doing. But I can't complain though.
I hear you, buddy. We're all there. Let's not talk about the sad thing.
Yeah, let's focus on positive.
Yeah, let's focus on positive, and let's focus why we're here.
Yeah.
So we are gonna talk about Afterlife, which I've briefly told you before I hit record. So what are your thoughts on Afterlife? Do you believe in it?
So I mean, I think I've mentioned this to you before. I wanna believe there is one, but you know, I'm kind of on the fence about it. I'm in the middle. I don't think when people, you know, when people go away, or I don't think they just disappear. I don't think it just becomes empty. I want to say there's something after that, but I need proof before I can say there is an afterlife.
Sure. So you said you're in the middle. Why do you think you are in the fence? Just because you don't have evidence, but you want to believe that there is an afterlife?
Yeah, I mean, I want to believe it. I want to believe there's nothing after you're done. There's nothing blank. You know, you're just not done. You're just not on the ground. I feel like your energy goes somewhere else. I feel like, you know, maybe there's some reincarnation or something else after that.
Yeah, so there's a lot of different texts or different religion talk about reincarnation. They talk about what happens after life. And so I was born Hindu, and I don't necessarily subscribe to Hinduism. Like I believe and not believe in all the religion.
Yeah.
And we believe in reincarnation. So are you more leaning towards that, or
I
let me put it this way? What do you think happens on the second one of your death?
So I've had this idea. I feel like after everyone's gone, or after, I guess, someone personally, after you die, I feel like everyone has like a second choice or like a second chance.
Chance. Uh-huh.
I want to say that. But I just don't. I don't want to say that I believe in it until I can. Maybe somebody comes back and say they've experienced it or something.
And he'll be scared the shit out.
I don't know. I don't. I'm pretty. I want to say that I'm pretty spiritual.
Wouldn't that? Do you believe in ghosts?
I kind of do actually. Yeah.
So if somebody is dead and they come after, hey Matthew, there is actually an afterlife. Would you run, or you would actually sit
I
and
don't think
discuss?
I'm not. I can tell you right now, I'm not afraid of ghosts.
How do you? Why not?
I don't know. I think if it's someone that's there to harm you, or you watch movies and stuff and
Hmm.
demons and all that nonsense. If it's someone there to hurt you or something, I don't know if that's true, but I believe in ghosts. I think if it's somebody that
Hmm.
and they kind of come back, maybe show themselves in some kind of way, there's really nothing to be afraid of, you know.
So
But
yeah,
yeah,
I actually wanna talk about the scenario that you wanna believe, like this afterlife does exist. Let's say, what does your afterlife look like? What does I'm calling this afterlife a good place because we are all fucking going to a good place. So what does that look like?
I think if it's the way that you just mentioned, if it's the way that you imagine it, I would say it's sort of a second chance. But then again, you don't have memories of, when you die, you don't really, I don't think you're going to have memories of it. And if you go to the afterlife, are you going to say, are you going to ask the same questions? Do I believe in afterlife? Or are you going to ask the same person that question? Do you believe in afterlife? And are they going to go back and say, oh, I don't know? I mean, I don't know. So like I said, there's really no, I don't have much explanation for it, but because I don't, for me, you have to have physical proof for me to believe in anything. So
Right. So,
yeah,
but what I'm trying to create is, it's a hypothetical world where, and we do have proof there
yeah.
is a afterlife.
If there's, I want to say if there is proof of it, I think it's a second chance to do. It's a do over. So a second chance to
So
do
it'll,
everything you want to do.
so it will basically, you will just born again. So it kind of
Yeah,
sounds like reincarnation as yourself.
if it's as yourself, then yeah, I would think. But like I said, proof is important. If you're brought back as yourself, in your scenario, you're saying if you're brought back as yourself, do you actually have memories of your past? That's my question to you. You
So
know, if you want to put your scenario that way.
right, I get it, and since I'm more leaning towards this is your personal afterlife, your own unique good place. This is your personal good place. And would you want to have this all of this memory that you currently have? And that actually brings me my another question. So let's say you can take three things from your current life to your afterlife. It can be something material, it can be something abstract. It is your afterlife, it is your good place. What three things would you want to take? And please try to be more specific.
If I were to bring something, you know,
Yeah, the Matthew here, after he's dead, he can take three things with
does
him.
it, what does it have to be material, or does it have to be something non, or maybe
So
some kind
how
of,
I've been doing
maybe
this
a
is, so
mindset?
yeah, you can take that too. Like I said, it can be something abstract.
Yeah.
However, how I've been doing this is, if you try choose a person from real life, they drop dead though. So just to make it more interesting. So are you gonna be are you gonna take this person you love with you, despite knowing that you will kill that person in this real life? So yeah,
I mean,
it
I
can be
want,
abstract, it can be material, it can be a person. Totally up to you. It's
if
your
it was a person, let's just for one, I would say I want to bring my mom with me. That's I think that's just something that I want to say.
And knowing the fact that she is not going to be alive in this real world.
If I can bring her
You
with
are
me, I
allowed.
can try. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, you can definitely bring her with you, but she won't be alive for the people who are still in this life.
I see. That's a little more complex.
it, it just
Maybe we shouldn't bring a person then, if that's the case.
but
If that's I don't know. If that's maybe we shouldn't bring the person.
yeah, because if we're just gonna replicate, like make a copy of that person, and this game
No.
would not be interesting. So yeah, I mean, like I said, you can take a person if you like, but they will not be alive in this life. So it's totally up to you.
I mean, if I were with the scenario that you're putting out, if I were to bring my mom and she doesn't have, the other people that she loves, then that's basically pain for her, but that's happiness for me because she's there. But in a scenario, if I were to bring something, I don't know. I wanna. I'm not gonna choose a material, but I'm gonna say I want to bring the same attitude that I have, like the same positive attitude that I've always had. I want to have the same character that I have.
Mm-hmm.
I want it to be the same.
Be more specific though. Like a person
Like
is built up of so many different characters.
But
so
my character, I've always seen the positive in everything, even though if it's not there.
and you do realize all my listener heard you grilling me about my soccer. That
But
was no
we're
positive.
friends. We're friends. So like I said, the only way that I know I like people, or I don't think I ever mentioned that. The only way I know I like people is if I can insult them, and they don't take it seriously. For me, that's kind of big deal. That's a long. If I can say fuck you or something like that, or if I can say, or if you show me a letter or something that says go fuck yourself, I'm basically gonna tell you, yep, we're gonna be friends forever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's if you can insult somebody and they just take it the right way, I know I can be friends with them forever. So yeah, I would say if I was gonna bring something, one would be my character.
Who you are.
Basically, yeah, seeing the kind of person that I am right now.
Mm-hmm.
I've met a lot of people that tend to see the negative in everything. So
Yeah.
I can't really, yeah. I try to see the positive in everything, regardless of how miserable
and
it is.
just on my personal point of view, like I know people who only see negative also, and
Which is
that's just toxic.
yeah, it's toxic. I try to avoid, as much toxic people as possible. As you can see, our soccer team, everyone's very, we're all
Amazing
related.
people.
Yeah,
Amazing
good people. Those are the kind of people you want around
And
you.
that's kind of that's actually kind of my goal, like bring all our team like one at a time and get their point of view on afterlife and
Yeah.
their good people or their good place, and maybe help each other create that good place in real
Yeah.
life.
And I want to say too, I guess, yeah, the second thing that I would bring, um, I, this is
I'm surprised you're drinking a lot of wine today, and you did not
Drinking.
bring wine up in your afterlife.
Actually, that's a good. No, I don't know. I like drinking wine. It kind of loosened me up a little bit, so it's just good.
But you're still not gonna take it.
Your
fountain
well,
of
I don't
youth.
have to. I don't have to think about it that way because I still have the same character. So in the afterlife, I'm gonna find wine as a good way to, yeah,
Oh,
be flexible and be easy, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what's the second thing we're taking?
The second thing that I would say, the second thing that I want to say,
It's kind of tough, huh?
yeah, it is. I mean, I want to say, I guess my vision or the way that I see nature, this still has something to do with the character. It still has something to do
No,
with
I
my
mean that
character.
could be a different thing.
Yeah.
How I look at the view is that's your perspective.
Yeah, my perspective into nature. Like I
Sure.
get some sort of feedback, like some kind of energy back from nature.
Mm-hmm.
So if I go out trailing, I normally like to do it just with myself.
Mm-hmm.
I like to go biking with myself, and I like to do it in the woods where I don't like doing it with anybody else
Why you
because
keep inviting me then?
it's
Now.
yeah. I was probably drunk when I text you. So anyway, yeah. I mean, I just like doing it. I like, taking pictures of nature, taking pictures of weird stuff. So it still has
Yeah,
something to do
let's
with my
explore that weird stuff.
There's nothing wrong with weird stuff. It's, how you express yourself. So it's just taking pictures of
Mm-hmm.
what gives you serenity.
For sure.
Yeah. And again, I want to say too, like my third thing that I would take with me
Mm-hmm.
is probably serenity.
I like that.
That's also
No, I
that's
really like
character
that.
wise
Tell
too.
me tell me more. What brings
So
serenity to you?
for me, it's what brings serenity to me is music. I can't sleep without listening to like music
Mm-hmm.
because when I listen to music, I dream really
Any
good
any
stuff.
good music you want to recommend to my listeners?
No, I don't think your listener would know anything about, you know,
You
my
don't know, like
serenity.
people all we all. So here's my personal view in the world. We are all unique, but yet
Yeah,
we
we're
are the
all.
same
Uh,
in a different, twisted
I
way.
don't. Yeah, I don't know if I believe in that idea of we're all. I mean, I think I think you're right in terms of
And there's so many
we're all unique.
similarities, also uniqueness between us human beings.
Yeah, I think we're all unique in a way, but we obviously we have the same goal. I want to say. I mean, the
Mm-hmm.
ultimate goal is to be happy.
Yeah,
Well, I
happiness.
don't know. I don't know about everybody else. I mean, my ultimate goal is to be happy.
Mm-hmm.
That's basically something that I have to find myself.
Sure. Mm-hmm.
I don't think anybody else can actually fill that gap for you. It's something that you have. I mean, people might come in and people might come in and just like compliment that happiness that you have, or people might come in and enhance the happiness. But
Mm-hmm.
at the end of the day, you have to choose to be happy. It's completely you. You have to choose to be not around toxic people. You have to choose to be around positive people. That's completely up to you.
Yeah, I get that. I feel that too because these things that really mean something in our real life, like happiness or any kind of feeling that we feel is super subjective. Everybody has their unique way to feel something,
Yeah.
and yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
I totally
I
agree
mean,
with you.
yeah.
Like I said, I feel you on that
Yeah.
topic.
And completely, yeah, that is part of my idea of serenity.
Mm-hmm.
That is basically what I that's the concept that I have in life. It's just be around people that make you happy. I love being around my family, like, my niece and nephew and my sisters. I love being around them. That's
Mm-hmm.
basically just who I am.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I don't, if somebody starts, I guess by talking to someone
Mm-hmm.
right away, I can feel their energy. If their energy is toxic, I can feel how unfree they are
Right.
as a person because you can get the energy. It's, what are you upset about?
I
So
think good energy really bounces off.
for me, it does. I want to say,
Yeah, and no, I get that. I feel that from you too, and I think that's why we know each other and still hang out for four
yeah,
years.
yeah.
And so that's pretty awesome, dude. Took me to this deep thought, and, and that's I
Deep is what I do, man. That's right.
yep. I did not think of any dirty jokes there.
Well, there's wine. There's wine here, so you know.
Listeners, that's what I have to do to bring Matthew on my show.
That's all you need to do is bring me wine, and I'll be there. That's it.
Yeah,
That's how you pay me.
the barefoot does a lot of tricks. So, Matthew, I want to ask you about okay, since let's kill people. Earlier we did not really, but this time we're uh, let's say you can take three celebrities with you and you're a good place to hang out with. You can just chill with them,
Yeah.
and they will. But remember, they will be with you for eternity because we don't know how long is afterlife, and you have to pick three celebrities that my listener might know. So who we taking? Who we and like remember, you pick somebody, they're gonna drop dead. But you can also pick somebody who's already dead. So celebrity who's dead or
Oh, he's
alive.
already dead or alive.
Yeah,
Okay.
dead or alive to make it a little easier on you.
Yeah.
You don't feel that inner guilt.
No, this is fine. So I don't really look up to celebrity that much, but I can say I don't know. Yeah, I
I
don't I don't see I like I said I believe everyone is different in their own way. Everyone has something to offer,
mm-hmm.
but I don't really look up to them. But if I was gonna say, my number one will probably be I don't know. Everyone probably picked this. I was probably say Bill Gates. One of the reason why is because what are some of the things that he's been doing. He's been obviously he's one of the richest, or he is the richest person. Maybe he's the second richest now in the world. One of the things that he's been doing, like the research he's been doing, and just to sort of get that talent, just to get that experience and get the knowledge from him.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's just something great. Um,
Yeah, I like Bill Gates.
yeah,
Yeah.
somebody like Bill Gates. And if I was gonna say somebody else, I'll probably say like Michael Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
He's probably one of my, I want to say my favorite all-time idol. When I was a kid, I wanted to dance like him,
Mm-hmm.
and just like many kids, back then, everybody wanted to dance like him, want to be like him.
Yeah.
Even when I got to like maybe my teenage years, I wanted to be like Michael Jackson. Um,
Is that who you listen to every
I
night
don't
for your
listen to
serenade?
no, I don't listen to him as much as I used to, but he's still probably. If you were gonna ask me, who's my number one celebrity or whatever, it's probably still Michael Jackson, regardless of what everyone said about him.
And
Then again, I'm biased too, so I don't really see.
I don't blame a dude. He has good music.
It's not just music. I think some people just have a good heart, and unfortunately, they don't see the bad in people. So I
Yeah.
think he's one of those people that didn't see that everybody wants something from you. Everybody wants just a little bit from you. So
Mm-hmm. Who's the
yeah,
third celebrity
my
if you had to?
third. Um, if I was gonna say, I would probably say like, well, this is probably kind of personal. Uh, I would probably say like Paula Patton
Mm-hmm.
because I have a crush on her. Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing. Absolutely nothing wrong with
Yeah,
that.
I have a crush on her, and she's a very jolly person, and I kind of like that. So yeah, that would be my third
So
person.
she brings good vibes in
Um,
your
she
afterlife.
brings in the afterlife. She brings, yeah, good stuff. Afterlife. Yeah.
I really like that. I like that.
Yeah.
So
She'll bring good companionship, I should say. Let's put it in a clean way.
so Matthew, any final thoughts on this whole idea of afterlife or good place? If you want to say any final word to my listener.
Like I said, I want to say, like I said, everybody's different. Everyone has their own view on things, and I've always accepted that. I think everybody has their own ways of doing things. If you meet somebody, if it doesn't match, like if you don't gain that energy from them, there's nothing wrong with that. You can just move on and meet other people, experience other people and try to see if it's kind of like an egg. You try to find the right shells. I think people used to say, if it doesn't fit, you move on to the right, to the
Yeah,
right
yeah,
next person.
yeah.
So yeah, but in terms of afterlife, like I said, I don't want to say I don't. I just want to say I'm in the middle. I'm a skeptic.
Sure.
Give me a proof or something, scientist proof, and I'll probably believe in it. Yeah, that's
Cool.
my thought.
Cool. Hey, Matthew, thank you so much for spending time.
Thank you for bringing wine.
That's all the thank you I get.
That's
Just for the wine.
Just the wine is great. That's
No,
the only thing. Yeah.
No, I appreciate you being here and talking to me and sharing your thoughts on this afterlife, your personal,
Too personal,
too personal.
unfortunately. But I'm glad that I'm sharing it though with friends. So yeah,
I appreciate
and with
that.
the world.
Thank you, Matthew. Thank
Yeah.
you for being on the show.
Thank you.
Wasn't that just a delight? What did I tell you? So, funny story. I had to get him tipsy, which we kind of talk about on the interview too. So I had to get him tipsy to talk about all that, and he finished half of a gallon of sangria at my place, and I thought the interview was every drop though, like every drop of wine. So, and Matthew never really openly talked about his crush, and I was actually hearing about her name first time with you all. That was just crazy. I'm like, okay, boy, I just love that dude. And you know who else I love? I love you all, each and every one of you. So if you're all listening still at this end of the episode, I want to thank you, yo. And again, shameless plug time. If you want to follow me on Instagram or Twitter, find me at mygoodplacepod. Or if you want to email me, if you have any feedback or if you have any suggestion how I can improve your experience, my email is mygoodplace.pod@gmail.com. And like I said, I promise I will improve every episode. I am trying to make first episode or second episode better than the first one, and I will make the last episode better than the prior one. That is my promise to you all. And importantly, stay safe and be nice to each other, okay? Thank you. Namaste.